That's right. Crisscross. Okay. Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured. It's fine. Huh? About that issue we discussed earlier. Doesn't matter earlier. But do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it? You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You're only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You don't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah? To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What? Pissed.
Because
ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I really can't change your mind. I'm sorry. It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides, I may have overreacted. Oh? Huh? Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I'd like to talk to you. Something else. So you wanted to talk to me about? Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where? Come with me and you'll find out, I guess, but then shall we get going? Their typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, heading brisk pace. Kyoko, hurry up, catch up with her. Walked ahead in silence. In silence, I chased her, and eventually we arrived. Oh. Dressing room. So there's something else you mentioned.
indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. Said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
Didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. It's not like that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently it's something he wants to ask us. He wants to ask us something. Huh? Hello. Just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto. Guy's fingers glanced across the keyboard. No, it's okay. Two people should be plenty. Well, what's it he wants to ask us? Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask? Oh, yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network. What? And I quickly glanced at each other. She replied. Why? Well, you said my job was done, right? Just to stop here. Saying I finished my work? I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as anyone so we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school. The only way I can help is if you connect me to the school network. But if you did that, it's basically suicide. Positive the mastermind would find out about it. Then they find you and you agree, right, Kyoko? Realize how dangerous it could be. Still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. For the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It's just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference between a person and a program, right? Yeah?
Certainly.
Talk to alter ego. I don't know. No idea how to answer that question. Think it might be that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this. There's no question that alter ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I don't want alter ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But let's do Makoto. Let's connect alter ego to the network. But
Hey.
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. Says he wants to fight alongside his friends. If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? So everyone else fighting, doing their best. Could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Here, you guys fighting. If it's about me, please don't. I want to be able to say I know I can do this. Please, let me try.
Listen.
Besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. That is surveillance camera. Secret room. This is the secret room you told me about. Definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there. And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Remember, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. I'll have to move alter ego and the mastermind. Mastermind may spot us going to the secret room. If they pick up any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
Despite all that, I think we need to try. Because that's the best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, the case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him what you're wearing, right? So what are you doing? Alright, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
So then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? You start packing them up right away. Close the laptop and stuff underneath my jacket. Haha, it tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. I'm gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent. Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. React like a machine. Like that all of a sudden. Don't know how to react.
Makoto.
Secret room. There are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves. Great, let's head to the secret room. Yep. Oh, gotta walk there myself, huh?
hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Hurry up and go. Make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Get it, she's acting. You're so forceful. I thought it made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm
So
going.
then,
Be thorough. Counting on you. Yeah. I bet. Oh, there are some documents here. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. The desk. According to Yoga, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found a network cable, right? I just have to connect alter ego. Immediately got to work. Pulled out the laptop and connected to either part of the cable. Nice. That should do it. Yeah, I think it worked. Leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. Might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call up. Just please wait a little longer. Hold tight and put your faith in me. She was about to leave. Just had to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. Yeah.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. That was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings. I see. There's nothing left for us here.
Bye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko.
What?
Yes? So, we're just gonna split
Why
up?
is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I said more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
The way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They won't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so,
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Try alter ego.
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. Part ways and head back to my room. Free time or what? Kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. It's because of the stress of moving alter ego. I was way more tired than I realized. Before I left for long at all. Oh. Going to bed? Completely dozed off. Ding dong. Who dat? Huh? Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back into the real world. Hey, yo, what up? Was
Makoto.
Koto, get out of here. Kyoko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something happened. What? I heard those words. My heart started to beat a little faster. Suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Oh, God. Kyoko! You know what's wrong? Something's not right. The rec room. What's inside? No. Sakura? She unconscious? Sitting up in the chair. She's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her? She's walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. She can't get the door open. Tried knocking, tried calling her name. She wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
away.
First of all, we need to get into that room. Door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're gonna force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's locked because the rec room door doesn't have a locked. Oh, then why?
It seems,
Feels like the door's pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
in other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. There's no problem until we break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait, right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. Just unconscious, right? She okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto,
You can handle this, right, Makoto? Please hurry. Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. Crash! Shattered to 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. Stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair against the door. Just pretty heavy, but if I can just push it with all my strength, finally the knob turned. Sakura ran up to her as fast as I could. The moment I laid a hand on her. She's not dead, right? All I felt was cold death. I could only feel the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life abandoned Sakura's body, and then... No. Oh, God. Really? Really right now? No. Oh, God. Huh? Shit.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
You know, talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on Sakura's dead body. Sheesh. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to get to them. I have to get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. Repeated over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. God darn. I stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. After I don't know how long. I got everyone. Okay. So she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered. My someone is very rude. Is that what you were going to say?
No, whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room. It's one of you. Hirobi Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
You're accusing us because we've... Right before we begin the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez! I didn't know your power level would increase just by that much getting mad. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. You're gonna ruin that little facey horse. Now then, with that Hold on. Something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura? Uh-huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then... Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite, actually. Not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was. But whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one. You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, everyone, I'm glad we Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all.
How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Let's decide who is thank God this time.
I'll do it. You know? I'm okay, just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
Okay, then you need guard number 2, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider it an order.
An order?
that's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Let's settle. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on. For that, there's something I want to say.
What is? Hero, Bianca,
Hero, Bianca, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
what?
When you killed When you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in as much danger as yours. We hate every right. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I won't ask you to let us let this be. What? You don't really care, do you? You're about losing anyway.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hero, do you really object?
Gonna go that far. What can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
Then it's decided.
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, but you have to agree to request. But
Hey,
I had to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. No matter what, Biaki, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
There's no fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. We can't uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
All of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. It's a matter of decide. We have to do it. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but just to do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything. Victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death was estimated to be around 12 noon. Body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow on the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered violent vomiting of blood. Oh, that's fucked.
Hey,
I think this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. The door had been jammed shut with the chair inside the rec room, which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door. The door was blocked from the inside. There's no way in front, no way in or out until we broke the window. There's like zero escape,
in
right?
other words,
In other words, this classic locked room murder. Locked room murder. Because you might see this thing, not in mystery movies or books or whatever. It could really happen in real life, right before our very eyes like this.
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about a locked room? Sure, if you don't mind.
fine.
Break down this kind of let's see, there are 4 basic types. Locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. Simply means that the killer commits his crime through very special method seals the room. It mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking of the room. Basic approaches include a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, you have to check the door and see what it was, right? Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. Pushes a switch and then fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
In this case, it doesn't seem to fit. No guns or arrows inside the school. The door doesn't have any gap that will allow it. Yeah, I think we'd probably cross that one off the list.
true.
Third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean
In
like
other
that?
words,
They stay hidden. When the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. Pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's it. Sounds like it could have been possible, maybe,
true.
for the final type of when it wasn't an actually locked room anyway.
In other words,
I mean, there's an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this in a lot of novels, but in reality, it's generally not possible. You think we can cross that one off too? I believe so, yes. When it comes to locked room, murder room mysteries, those are the basics. There are 4 possibilities. Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems most likely in this case?
true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be your primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. You see, until I figure out, yeah, what tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. Sakura, if nothing else. Alright. So, shattered glass on the ground. Shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is red and top and bottom section of the bottle, right? So this must have... Oh! It was in the chem lab. Something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure? Figure on the floor. Alright. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? After we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Thought it might calm her down a little. She gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. So you really like them that much? Because I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Now they've lost all their flavor. You know. Oh. That's sad. What else is there? Spatter of blood over there. Bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. Must come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. It's so far from where she died. Okay. 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Inside of each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Wondering how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
other words,
It's the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma in the bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found in the ground. Red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. And Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Magazines. Same shelf full of magazines. There's different kinds of magazines here. Clock on the wall. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. It's roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego?
What do you want? You bother me. Go away.
Not even trying how much he despises me. I'm gonna go before he crushes my soul completely.
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight. She certainly didn't, I would say. She's the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. How was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly,
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. She's just gonna cry.
I already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. I can't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Miko?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. Right, you know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her, she told me she left a note for each of them. She told them to meet in the rec room by noon.
By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to him. That's what happened. If I stopped her by force, this never would have happened.
You know, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. I always account. In fact, she asked those 3 to meet with her. She asked them to come to the rec room at noon. It's the same time and place that she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm. Alright.
What do you want? You're bothering me.
And something like that.
Make it quick.
It's true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room.
You found out. Interesting.
Then it's true.
I did receive a note. Didn't forget. What fool would do with it said and risk being killed by that monster?
She didn't see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds. And furthermore, I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Byakuya said she didn't see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no...
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Oh, okay, thanks. Alright. There's these shards on the ground. So I've got a plastic container rolling around near the entrance room. Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once before how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I would take it to heart if I were you. I know. Still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. See, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab has all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. Oh, what's this? See what's scattered around the can. Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. They aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter? Can't say for sure yet. Probably gonna want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Well, like, means the can was placed there after she got dunked. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. No evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used to the chair. In other words, no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Door. This door is the only way out of the north workroom. The door doesn't have the lock, and there's no evidence the mountings have been tampered with. The only noticeable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. No evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was so tense. This kept the doorknob from turning, the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. Killer must have created the room from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door. This seems... Oh yeah, I should probably look at the dead body itself. I heard you were last around sitting slumped forward in this chair. Evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. You can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, that would have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma file specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status. You're getting hit on the head.
Not a chance.
Byakuya.
However, your eyes of London, most interesting location.
Interesting?
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Bad protein. I bet. Some poison.
Yes, I did receive a note. What for do you?
Yeah, okay. So really, let's see here. Of course not. Alright. What else is up? Do I just... Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's something back here. Oh, busted open. Oh, the locker's open. There on the inside. It's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust. It looks quite fresh, too. Say someone was hiding there in the locker, not behind a little something extra. So then, the killer hidden here until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Oh, why not? Think back, before we opened the door, we locked inside the room, right? But yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Maybe that's how they surprise attacked. Called her after you can finish with your general investigation. Yeah, so I think for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so we can't leave. Well, I decided you'll go in my place. You decided? You've gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. She's right. Don't have to go. I do have to go talk to the others. They wanted me to meet with 2 other people, so I have to hear what they say. Alright. Leave the area. Yeah. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. I bet. Damn, there's like barely anyone alive anymore. Yeah, rip to my mans, I guess. Dang. That sucks. Hey, Toko. What do you have to say? Press the doorbell. Ding dong. For a few seconds. Oh, who's there? Oh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. Or total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
Said you wanted to talk to me about something? To talk about the fact that Sakura has to meet with you. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Becca already told me she had to ask to meet with him. What, she wanted to meet with the master too? I just said two, didn't I? Yours is totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. I didn't want to go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Until I can accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. That Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account. Chihiro. Aoi. Trust. Leon Yasuhiro. Press the doorbell. Ding dong. For a few seconds. What's up, Goto? Did you need something? Actually, check back to some Sakura meeting. How'd you know about that? Well, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have you ever had special abilities working with you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Oga told me yourself that she actually be asking you and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, note she gave it to me in person. Then she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. And then you went to meet with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely sus. Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. He was feeling around his pockets. Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. Big goofy smile on his face. He pulled his hands out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground, falling out of his pocket. Huh? Quick to went. Here, snatched it back up again. Shoved it back into his pocket. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet me, but I never went. So, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting to a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. I mean, Hiro acting a little bit sus here. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro, but next. Don't have to look around the actual crime scene again. On top of that, we should find out more about the protein can on the floor of the rec room. Sure, it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? Can I fast travel? Yeah. Second floor, third floor. Yeah. Oh, wait. Where's the rec room again? I already forgot. Alright, I guess I'll go. Oh, wait. Oh no, Chem Lab is on the 4th floor. Dang it, I'm kinda silly. It's a physics lab. No.
Did you have your own chem lab too? Just to make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, I got it.
I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand.
Oh. This is my first time seeing the shop, but I can't get over how big it is. I'll take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shells have been connected to each other to make one giant shelf. More importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I'm pretty careful not to step in it. But there's footprints. These are footprints? They're only in the front of the left shelf.
And these footprints were easily seen to hold. They have to maybe sketch out a full plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Oh, okay. So I got to work. Before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this?
Not bad. For you, I mean.
For me?
So when you look at this like this, interesting. Players who have left their footprints at business at the leftmost shelf. Came straight to the oxygen, then left. That's where the footprints is, tell me. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No.
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size.
Not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
Your feet do appear to be too big. Fortunately, I must say these are not your footprints.
Unfortunately?
But with how clear the print are, it should be quite easy to determine who they belong to.
And these prints are really a valuable clue. Broken bottle. What's up? Broken bottle from the shelf. This is where the powder came from. Available on Chem C4.
I'd like to hear something interesting. I was on the fourth floor this morning, checking things out. At that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled. That's right.
Could have been around the time of the incident.
That really is what happened. Must be related to the case somehow. Okay, so that's... So C is poisons, I bet. This shelf is... Look, I can tell. Nothing but dangerous chemicals. Looks like the poisons and other powerful containers on the shelf are labeled C and a number. Shelving under section C. So on this shelf is a bunch of chemicals that have no idea what they are.
They're reagents. Put simply, they're used to experience to bring in a chemical reaction. How you lived in ignorance for so long, it truly must be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? Those are the words of a lifelong user, which I suppose suit you well.
I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. Containers labeled the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider shelling B. Don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Which I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Protein drink, when found in the rec room, probably came from this shelf. Containers have been labeled with the letter A and a number. Hey, wait. Why is there C9 in there? Shelving unit section A. Hey, but wait. One here that labeled Chem C9. Can someone put it here on accident? Try and find out more about the shelving. What? Section A. Dietary supplements. Section B has reagents. And section C has lethal chemicals. Second must have gotten protein powder from section A. Which concerns me. That is, in section A was a bottle labeled from section C. Was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A. Definitely something going on here. Chem lab shelf. Okay, I'll go to look at the powder itself. A bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor on the shelf. Also, the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. This looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever did it went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Already taking a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should look around the rec room. Alright. Okay, Q. Well, why can't I have fast travel there? Well, can I not fast travel when I'm in a room? Well, maybe when I'm focused in like that, I can't fast travel. Let's just check here. So Q. There we go. Man, I hope this investigation is not much longer. I'm kinda getting sick of this, but I want to get it done. So.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? Tokyoko with Tokotiro told me. See, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Anyway, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of the magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. What did she say? Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, the Monokuma bottles. The clues, okay. Shelf of magazines. So the magazine shelf is hiding clues. Okay. Clue. Huh? This magazine's upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident. Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Don't invert the magazine, flip through it. This is on pages near the center of the magazine. The word has been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message? Then up here you found it. Kyoko, was this? Is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message. Just be clear. I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I tried to put it back exactly where I found it. The benefit of others who might come looking.
Hey, is that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
And she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure.
That concludes the evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I couldn't see why you'd think that, but it seems too easy. If anything, it makes me just that much more suspicious. Alright. I bet the dying message is cap. Just like last time, you know. It's always some, like, you know, lock stuff in there on the inside handprint. Oh. Okay, wait. That wasn't one of the new things, right? Okay. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered about Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Yeah, I know, but I think you might need to actually examine the body. There's no getting around it.
I like this. No one was there to recoil without her touching a dead body, and she was completely unemotional.
It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Well, there are still sometimes. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Then how can you? Matters because I've had plenty opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Huh? What? Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. Her shoes. See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out. Powder's clue number 1. Oh, yeah. Next to this wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain. It appears she didn't suffer a single blow. Instead, received two blows to the head. 2 blows? Indeed, when you say, there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was able to learn that just by looking at her body. Don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, Two of them missing. So I had to figure out there's a hidden correlation between the bottles. Yeah, chess pieces. So there's pawn, rook, king. So, yeah, we saw the knight on the ground, but there's no queen here. Correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. The person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. It's not because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a great degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Yeah. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. Like doing an experiment to confirm it. Do you mind helping me, right? An experiment? Gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. Try to get the smaller pieces too. Sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. That obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so... Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, so what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing? Got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Piece of glass you collected into one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. When do you want to do that? That's the point of experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
Just compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. I mean, it's balanced. It means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. Monokuma figurines inside are basically the same. Nothing else could really affect the weight. Now here comes the important part. All the pieces you picked up from one side of the scale. What might we expect to see? Normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces collected will be lighter. I'll try to get them, but my best to get them all. There's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay, then let's give it a try. Oh. So it was 2 Monokuma bottles and someone took the Monokuma figure. Broken pieces are heavier? How's that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The result of our experiment, the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together. I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Yet. I don't want to. I hate the class trials. It's like, man, we're gonna be very difficult.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor.
Alright,
of the
that's
school.
cool. Ah, yeah. Oh no. Whatever happens, we'll have to go on a trial. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Oh god. Monica made his announcement. Everyone began to meet up one after another, and then the ultimate martial artist! What is he? A locked room murder mystery! What the? Well, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how something awful is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive! For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! XD. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see y'all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there could be no doubt one of us is the culprit. Killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, yet someone killed her. It's masked, bro. That person is here? That person is one of us. Yep. Wow. There's like barely anyone here, man. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. Made my way toward the elevator. Each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. Suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that's like not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial. book. Alright. Alright.